Now streaming. Shut up, Scraps. I love you. Now streaming on my channel. Okay. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How's everybody feeling? So here's what happened with me. Is no one's gonna believe this. No one's gonna believe this story. Is why is the stream late? First of all, I forgot it was Friday because we haven't done a stream in a while, and I'm an idiot. What else happened? I don't even have headphones. I don't even have headphones. Oh, we are streaming. Let me we streaming right now. What else happened? What else happened? Here's why we're late. Nobody cares. It's not important. But here's what you won't believe is I was making sexy talk to a human woman. If you believe that. That I sexy chatted with a human woman for probably about 3 hours. And by the time I was done, it was 6 o'clock. Probably longer than 3 hours, but it wasn't like it wasn't a, you know, full, there were breaks in between, let's put it that way. I need the chat on the screen. Yeah, we can talk about WandaVision. But first, let's talk about this woman who I said horrible things to. And I apologize. I apologize to that woman. I'm sorry. $4.99 from less than a brick. I'm gonna say, thank you, sir. Thank you. Let me get this on the screen. Back to the game. So, yeah. When's the last time I did that? My God. My God. When's the last time that Vito talked to anybody? Because let's be clear. I have, since COVID started, I have not been on a single date in over a year. Have I attempted to go on a date? Have I attempted to... There was one girl who I was going to go over her house. And then after multiple attempts of like, hey... Or no, I wanted her to come over here. Here's the thing. Here's an important thing about women. For all you men out there. For all you men who maybe want to get into the dating game. Maybe you're a young buck. You're a young buck. If she won't come to you... deal breaker. It's done. You're done. She's got to come to you. You're the... I don't chase her. She chases you. So when she says, hey, we should hang out, come over my place, you go, yeah, we should hang out. You come over my place. And that's it. Now, okay, I'm not saying you can't go over her place on occasion. Maybe she's got a cool place. But the majority of the time, if she's one of these girls who it's like every single time you want to hang out, if she's either like, A, come over my place, or if she says, and this is the worst, come pick me up and then bring me to your place. No. You come to my place. I'm not going to pick you up and bring you here. And then they'll go, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just cursed, where I met all these girls who go, oh, I don't drive. I don't have a car. I can't drive. So many girls I've heard this thing. I get anxiety. I have too much anxiety to drive. Okay, well, it's been... You will forever remain a great friend. But I cannot date someone who cannot drive a car. I'm sorry. Unless you lived, like, literally next to me. Regardless of where you live. You have to be able to drive a car. I don't care. Unless you live in, like, a city where it's unnecessary. I had a girlfriend who couldn't drive a car because she had anxiety. She lived 45, like, fucking minutes from me. So here's what would happen. Now, to be fair, I was a stupid teenager. It was my first girlfriend. And, just for the sake of being able to have sex, I put up with it. But here's what would happen. I would drive 45 minutes to her house, pick her up. I would then drive 45 minutes to my house so we could hang out for like a couple hours, maybe have some relations. I know some people who watch my channel are maybe not... I don't know how old you guys are, so I'll try to put it in the most family-friendly terms possible. To have relations. Then she'd say, I'm tired, I want to go home. Maybe she'd spend the night, but most of the time, I'm tired. I want to go home. So I got to drive 45 fucking minutes back to her house, drop her off, then what do? Then I drive another 45 minutes back to my place. That's 4 trips to have sex once with one girl, the worst. All because I can't drive, I get anxiety. Now, to be fair, did she have a severe anxiety problem and she took pills? Yeah, okay, I'm being a little mean. Okay, but you gotta be... I don't want to be mean. Let's put it that way. But I will say, there's no way, you know... If she had come to me and she said, Vito, you're the love of my life. I want you to marry me. I would have been like, yeah, I can't do it, though. Because I'm going to have to drive you everywhere, and I can't deal with that. I'm not going to drive you everywhere. Give and take. Here's what I say about relationships. Here's the most important aspect of a relationship. It's why most modern relationships fall apart. Is, most people think a relationship, they have this idealized movie version of it, where they're like, he should take care of me, and he should love me, and he should surprise me with little surprises. I should come home, there should be rose petals, and, you know, sometimes he should just do little things, he should be funny, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's what a relationship is. A relationship is somebody who will take you to the airport no matter what. That's it. That's all. That's love. True love is you go, hey, baby, I need a ride to the airport. And they go, yeah, no problem. That's when you know that you have true love. Is the no problem. Or even if they're a little bit, even if they're like, ah, man, that's going to suck. There's going to be a lot of traffic. But you know what? We're in a relationship. I'm going to take you to the airport. Because you are my husband, you are my spouse, you are whatever. And I care about you and your life and getting you to the places you need to be. And you know what's going to happen? When I need to go to the airport, you're going to take me. Because that's the contract that we've built here. And anything above and beyond the trip to the airport is just icing on the cake, but it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. And yeah, you should probably have sex every once in a while. Okay, I'll say that. That's another important part of the relationship. But the most important part of the... You know what another important part of the relationship is? I need to go to the hospital. I need someone to help me. And if you have a girlfriend who goes, can't one of your friends do it? Can't you call John and have him... Why doesn't he have John bring you? You're in a bad relationship. That's how you know you're in a bad relationship. You want someone... Now, I mean, you gotta have a little bit of give and take. If your girl's telling you every week, I need to ride to the airport, you're gonna be like, all right, bitch, we're setting you up with an Uber. Okay, we're gonna figure something else out. I can't do this every day. But ultimately, you guys get where I'm coming at. You guys get what I'm saying here. We're gonna take some calls. We're gonna take some calls in the chat. Let me know if my audio is bad. I don't know if I'm peaking. Thanks to Piscondo with the 199. Yeah, women idealize relationships, and you gotta get it. The only person who wants to call in right now is Grodd, which is horrifying. Horrifying. Right now on your screen, you're gonna see a Discord link, which I hope still works. And if you use that Discord link, you can call in. I will talk to Grodd. Hi, Grodd. Hold on, I'm not in the chat. Let me get in there.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Hey, Grodd. Hey, buddy.
Okay. Hey, it's good to see you back, Vito. I got worried, man. I was a whole month without my fix. You know, I was starting getting shakes.
Yeah, I missed you too, I guess. Oh, Lord. What have you been doing? What have you been up to?
Nothing much. My life is boring, just the way I like it.
Yeah, I'd say my life is...
Vito, you were talking about relationships, Vito? Is everything hunky-dory in the Candyland?
Here's the problem is, I meet girls on the internet, right?
That's a mistake.
Is it?
Well, on the other hand, where the hell is she going to meet him?
Where else am I going to meet him? I don't have
someone.
Yeah.
Well, if you meet someone in public, you know, 80% chance they're going to call you creep, you know, unless you're Brad Pitt, you know.
I want girls.
That's just how it works.
I like to talk to girls who will let me do horrible things to them, and it's much easier to locate them online.
I guess. I mean, that would be an odd conversation starter.
It is an odd conversation starter. Yeah.
And when they call you a creep, they might actually have reason.
Well, yeah. To be clear, I am a creep, and we won't go into full detail.
Online is the best.
Right.
Now you said take you to the airport no matter what. Like
they would need to have a very good reason. They would need a very good reason to not take you to the airport. All right.
Yeah, like,
I'm not going to say that like there's no. Sure. But it's more like
to be like, why the hell would I take you to the airport? Call an Uber.
Okay, that's also fine if Uber. Now let's we have to imagine this was in a pre-Uber world, because now obviously I tell everybody to Uber. Oh, anytime I have like a friend, I used to have I would have friends like, hey, can you pick me up at the airport? And I would go, I will pay for your Uber, rather than like you should pay for your own Uber.
Solving the problem,
But I'm like you as an adult should pay for your own Uber. But just because I don't want you to come back and be like, Vito's a shitty friend who wouldn't pick me up at the airport, I'm willing to pay for Uber for that reason alone. If you're going to force me to do it. If you're going to... And then they're like, I guess I'll pay for my Uber.
Even in the realm of Uber, I've driven people to and from airports. So.
I mean, if they're like new to the city, and like if they're specifically coming to visit me, of course.
That's a perfect opportunity.
Yeah,
you get to bond, you get to explore the city. Hey, let's get some grub over here. It's a nice place. A little hole in the wall. That's where the best grub is. Holes. But
like
walls.
I've had like girls who want to come to my apartment or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I'll pay for an Uber for you. And they're like, don't you want to come pick me up in Compton? I'm like, no, of course not. What are you talking about? Because again, these bitches don't. I hate to use that word. That's not right, but. They don't drive, these women these days. The modern woman does not. I don't know why, or at least the ones I run into.
Or if they do drive, they work and they have a. I don't want. You're going to accuse me of misogyny if I go on about the state of the world.
Very possibly. Zero Cool with $5 says Vito is my sunshine. My butthole gives him solace when time is gray. Oh, I'm gonna get killed by these frickin' skeleton monsters right now. I hate Minecraft.
Vito, you are my sunshine. Thank you, Zero Cool, for expressing what is in my heart that I could never have been original enough to. Wait, what am I saying?
Pascondo asks if I've ever been with a black girl. Who do you think wanted me to pick him up in Compton? Wait, that's bad. Is that bad? White people live in Compton.
Vito, you just did a racism.
No. I'm just saying.
It's live. We can ignore it.
I'm not saying that she lives in Compton because she's black. I'm saying that it happens to be anecdotally that she lived in Compton. I lived in South Central LA at one point. It was horrific. That's not true. It was pretty bad. I had downstairs neighbors who would never shut the fuck up, who were just loud and awful. And one day we lived. Our place had a driveway, right, and then in the back was parking, but the driveway was only wide enough for one car, so only one car could get in and out at a time. And for some reason, I gotta turn off Discord. Is making that stupid noise. The notifications. I'm sorry to everybody who hears it. Sorry about that. I hate Discord. All right, so anyway, our neighbors had this unfortunate habit of parking in that one-lane driveway. And we of course, if you honk the horn, they'd come out and move it, but you're like, why don't you just not park there? You're driving me crazy. Anyway, one day...
That doesn't make any sense.
It was awful. One day, me and my roommates were like, we're going to go on a fun white kid adventure. Just 4 stupid white kids living in South Central.
Abandoned buildings.
We were going to go, I forget exactly. We were going to go to some stupid tourist trap. And the neighbors got their car, in the driveway. And we're like, well, not a big problem. We just honk. They come out. They move the car. So we honk. Gentleman comes out. And I guess they had been having an argument downstairs. Him and I think it was the woman who rented downstairs. It was her boyfriend. They're having some sort of argument. Geez. And we're like, well, we don't want to get involved here. Clearly some tensions. You could just move the car real quick. And I don't know if he said anything. I don't know if he had any words. It was probably something along the lines of, you make me crazy, you bitch, something like that. takes out a hammer. I don't know where he had the hammer, and proceeds to smash every window of the car in blocking our way out.
If you remember that story from some months ago about the guy who was I guess certain people just carry hammers all the time.
Yeah. So we're just sitting there in the car, just watching as this man takes a hammer and shatters every window of this car in anger. He probably took some shots at the body as well. And wow. we just slowly reversed back into
Was there grass you could drive on to go around?
No, we just had to reverse. There's a wall on one side, the house on the other side. It's basically an alleyway. We just reversed down the alleyway, reparked the car, and we said, well, we don't need to. We'll go out tomorrow. We don't need to leave the driveway right now. That's not important.
No need to antagonize the guy with the hammer willing to pick up cars.
Clearly, they're having a day today. We'll save it for another time. And like a week later, my roommate, he sees that guy, and the guy goes, man, it is expensive to replace all the glass on a car. And my buddy goes, yeah. They'll get you there. That's a real mishap. Same guy with the hammer. He goes, I probably wouldn't have smashed every window in if I'd known. What a headache this would. Who knew? I was just trying to make a statement. Yeah. So that was my experience.
Does that surprise you, Vito? The car repair is expensive.
It is. It is annoying that cars. I bought a car.
No, does it surprise you? I get that it's annoying, but does it? Is it something you weren't expecting?
Here's the thing with car repairs. You never know. You never know exactly how much labor or whatever. You just have to take their word for it. I'm not a car guy. But there have been times where I used to live with a guy who had previously been a mechanic. And I'd be like, hey, they want to charge me this to do this. He'd go, are you kidding me? I can do that in a day, charge you $100. So they're making good money, the mechanics.
But smashing something up, that's a pretty obvious, that's gonna be.
Yeah, that'll add up. Replacing all that auto grill ass. Anyway, Grodd, I'm gonna take some more calls. I'm glad you're surviving in the era of darkness, and I wish you the best.
Things are gonna get dark. It's
all right.
This is what you guys voted for.
Yeah, and it's going great.
And a lot of dead people.
We rejoined the Paris Climate Accord. We put some, what do you call it, Hezbollah in the ground. I shed no tears. Everything's coming up great. Hail Biden, Grodd. Hail Biden. Have fun, buddy. That was good. Let's talk to Big Butt Lover, BBL. What's up, buddy?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I feel like it's been forever since I heard from you.
I know, but I always catch you on Tommy's show and DM you when I can. So it's good to talk to you loud and live. I love it.
Absolutely. Are you trucking these days? What have you been up to?
I sold a truck.
You sold the truck? My God.
Yeah, it was for a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how hard is it to sell a big rig? That's a big piece of machinery.
Not too. Depends on the shape, really. The year, the shape, the mileage. It's just like any car, or any vehicle. I would say it's probably harder to sell a jet plane than it is a truck, obviously. So,
well, I'm glad it's going good for you. What do you call it? So, what are you doing now if you're not trucking? Nothing. Taking some time. Well, you saved up some money, right?
I actually got in on the GameStop stuff too, so I have that going for me a little bit. But really, I don't know. It's nothing like crazy, but I mean, I had more money saved up just from doing business with my career. Anyways, hey, were you talking about? Do you have a topic, or are you just talking about?
Oh, we're just whatever. Hey, it's dealer's choice, buddy. Whatever's on your mind.
That's my best stories is fighting and fucking. So like when I heard you, I was like, oh, I got to get on this.
All right.
Yo, I don't know about you, but another deal breaker for me is I don't care if a girl invites me over or wants to come over, but it's when they live with their parents or like siblings.
Yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate reality I mean, dude, I understand that the economy or whatever else, some people are forced to live with their parents, but like, what am I gonna do? What is this, high school? I gotta go to your house. Hi, Mrs. Thompson. I'm here to pick up Cheryl. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lay some pipe in your daughter tonight. What can you know? Like, what a nightmare! I don't want to deal with that. Yeah.
Dude, so many girls in Vegas, because that's where I live right now.
Yeah.
So mad girls in Vegas, bro. They're like, you ever see those like the bad bitches that work at McDonald's or whatever?
Yeah.
And then it's like they live at in LA, like even in LA, because I used to live there. When I'd see them, how do you afford to live in LA if you live in McDonald's, dude? Bro,
No, it makes no sense.
I'd rather date 100 times in fucking Vegas, because, bro, in LA, you get that bad bitch that she might work at McDonald's, but she's got 20 roommates. And I don't know what's worse, is like the roommates or the living with the family.
Well, I was gonna say Vegas, you can probably afford a place, because isn't Vegas cheap to live?
Oh, it's mad cheap. It's mad cheap.
I thought about moving to Vegas just because of how cheap it is, but I'm worried I'd, end up gambling away all my money.
Well, I don't mean to like dox your place, but I can guess you're about 4 figures a month, if it's the same place, right?
Yeah. I'll straight up tell you, I'm paying $14.50 right now.
Yeah. Okay. So that place.
It's a 2-bedroom. It's a tiny 2-bedroom though.
I know. I've been there.
Yeah, I know.
So that place probably would be like $600 to $700 in Vegas.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm
thinking and furnished.
You know what?
Furnished.
You know what? I should come out to Vegas and take a look at the real estate. Because here's what I'm running into.
I'll take you around.
Yeah. First of all, one good thing about Vegas is it's not too far from LA. So if I really go, I need to go back to LA. I could make it happen.
Yeah, it's like 200 miles.
Yeah, the only reason I'm in LA is because there is a comedy scene. There is obviously television, movies, whatever. None of which, I don't know. I'm still not sure whether or not they'll ever allow me into the mainstream, as they call it, which is probably fine. I'd probably be fine just doing independent comedy and whatever else. But I still occasionally entertain ideas of like, man, would be great to get one of them union writing jobs, writing for some sitcom, getting a fat man. Those guys get paid writing for that shit, but they don't want to hire, I don't know, never-do-wells like me. I have a weirdly bad reputation for some reason. But the other thing is, so the thing is, I'm just thinking about, I'm like, I want a place, because I would pay more if I could get a bigger place. I want to be able to, like, film stuff more comfortably. I don't know if you can see, like, there's not much I can do in this room. I can't, like, set up a table. I can't, like, show off stuff or whatever. I mean, I barely can. I would like a big kind of studio space that I can just have one room that's set up just for filming, that I can move. I can set up cameras and tripods and lights and all that stuff.
You can rent that kind of shit in Vegas too, like
yeah,
houses, or like a place that's not your house, so people don't also know where you live at the same time.
Yeah, it's very you know, I've been meaning to go out to Vegas anyway, just to go around. Where are you at? You gonna let me? You gonna let me sleep on your couch?
Yeah, fuck yeah, or fuck that. We'll get a fucking penthouse.
I was gonna say, well, if you're paying for it, sure.
I will. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Because like, what do you want to do? Go to my place way away from the strip, or get a fucking ballin' ass penthouse, and we'll just get.
Dude, I'm telling you though, like you're gonna be like, let's go to the tables. Let's go to I'm gonna be like, dude, I can't spend money. I can't even gamble right now. I'll play blackjack. How's that? I'll put $100 on blackjack.
That's all you need.
Yeah. Then 100 turns into 200, turns into your whole fucking night. You spend your whole wallet. What was I gonna say?
See, how it
Go
goes
ahead.
is, well, I just lost my 100. Well, I can't just lose 100. I got to put 100 back to get my 100 back.
You double up. You
Then
just double up. Double your bet every
Is that
time
not-
until you make your dollar back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the classic better strategy. You lose $1, you bet $2. You lose $1 million. Someone's saying learn to count cards. Yeah. Counting cards is actually not that complicated, but they get mad if they catch you.
I'll tell you, bro. I've seen some horror stories. People losing, people freaking out. That's quite the fun sight.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I needed that for this thing. I'm like, well, we should have spent it then, dog.
I was trying to look for like a cheap Airbnb because I was honestly thinking about just going to Vegas for a month and just chilling out for some reason. I don't know why. Do you have to wear a mask in Vegas right now, though?
You don't. You have to wear a mask, but everything's open.
Yeah. All the restaurants and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
I I think the only thing that's
All
not
right.
open is like clubs. The only reason I don't know if they're open is because I don't go to them anyways.
I was gonna, because I was trying to see if I could find an Airbnb. I was gonna see if I could bring my cats as opposed to leaving them here and having to find somebody to feed them.
Bro, you can bring cats. You can bring cats in the hotels. This one time we got this, not a penthouse, but like a suite in the Luxor, the Pyramid.
Yeah.
And we were on the fucking elevator, going back to the room, and this guy gets off the elevator, and he just has a litter box. Doesn't have an animal with him, just a litter box.
Oh man.
So that tells me unless he's using it for him or
I'm sure some of those casinos do not want you having a cat in the fucking hotel room, man. I'm sure they would not. They would not be happy. People are saying blow your YouTube cache. What YouTube cache? I'm waiting for them to talk about WandaVision. You've been tricked by my thumbnail, man. The thumbnail means literally nothing. But I am happy to talk about WandaVision, which I did like, if people want to talk about it. Big Butt Lover, I guess I should take some more calls. Thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah,
maybe I'll come to Vegas.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. If you want to call in, there's a link up there. There's a call-in link. It's going to be a tiny show tonight, I'm pretty sure. I don't think a lot of people are coming by, which is fine. Let's talk to Danny. Danny!
Yo, what's good, Vito?
Hey, how's it going? I'm doing all right, I guess. Kind of unproductive today, but that's fine.
Man, you're trying to talk about that silly new Marvel show? Is that what I'm hearing?
Did you watch the show? Have you seen the Wanda?
Oh, of course, man. You know, it's what I watch at like 9 a.m. every day. I have a sad life.
I thought it was all right. You didn't like it, or did you like it?
I mean, okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I'm a Marvel shill. Like,
yeah.
You know, I enjoy most of that shit. I do, but I don't know, man. Like, listen. I'm one of those like weird like incel like kind of fanboys who like has like like aerospace engineer like Reed Richards. Like, oh, you know that's when Doctor Strange and like. So I guess, you know, I'm going to be kind of a man baby. None of my theories came true. So I was kind of bummed out about that. But I think it was a good show, I thought, overall.
Now, are you the kind of guy, like, do you go on YouTube and you watch guys and they got like a video where it's like ultimate WandaVision fan theory, blah, 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 that kind of thing?
I'm guilty of watching some of that stuff, yeah.
All right.
I mean,
all right. Now, and I got no problem with that, and I understand that it's fun. Here's my experience with watching WandaVision is I went... I don't watch any of that stuff, so I went, yeah, I don't know, I'll see what happens. I'll see what's up. So I'm not disappointed. I think people get disappointed because, like, commentators come up with these, like, crazy, you know, like, oh, yeah, Reed Richards is going to show up, every X-Men is going to come through a portal, Professor X is going to shoot a laser out his dick and reform the universe. Like, yeah, all right, that all sounds really cool and fun, but, like, when it comes down to it, it's like, dude, they made this TV show on a budget. It's not like it's not like Robert Downey Jr. is going to show up in the Iron Man costume and whatever else. Like, ultimate, and I thought they were doing the X-Men thing with, what's his name, and then they didn't do it, and I ultimately went, you know what, that's pretty fucking funny.
I mean, yeah,
a lot of people got pissed off, and I'm like, that's great, good. Good.
Yeah, here's the thing with that though. Like,
yeah,
you know, like the fan theories, like a lot of them are like, you know, wacky, like kind of ridiculous, but it's like Marvel, they knew what they were doing when they did that. When you have Evan Peters show up, like, you know, pretending to be, you know, Pietro, her brother, I don't understand, like, how can you not like it? Like, it's almost like setting people up. Like, I'm not big on like the Fox X-Men universe. I'm not really. You know, I haven't seen all those movies, but it's just like they knew they knew how people would react to that. So,
well, let me put it another way. They obviously wanted to put Quicksilver in it, right? Yeah, you know, because he's important to her character. And from what I heard, the original guy who played Quicksilver didn't agree to be in it, which could be that. Or I think what happened was after he worked on the way I heard it told was that he was in Age of Ultron and he said, I hated that, it was awful, and he talked shit about Marvel. And then there was this thing coming up, and all of a sudden he changed his tune, like, no, I love you guys, I want to be in it. And I think they were like, fuck you, dude, you like talk shit about us, we're not going to give you a job. So ultimately, though, if you couldn't get that guy, okay, and you want to put Quicksilver in the show, would you have preferred that they just got some guy to be Quicksilver? Would that have been better?
I mean, at least you're not kind of like leading the fans. Like, fans don't need a reason to get all crazy with their theories. So I don't think, at least you're not leading them on to think like, oh, this is the start of the multiverse. You know, we're going to get all these, you know, we're going to get Magneto. This is only the start. We're going to get all these Fox characters. But I don't know. I kind of agree with you. I don't understand. Like, I don't know the real the guy from Age of Ultron. I don't know the actor's name.
Yeah.
It's like something Johnson. But I don't understand why would you not want to be in a fucking Marvel movie? Like, you see,
well,
Natalie
dude, that's
Portman,
like, that first guy who the first guy to play
No, go
War
ahead.
Machine or whatever his name. What a
Yeah,
dumbass.
I think of Natalie Portman backed out
Yeah.
after the second Thor movie flopped, and then she just comes out onto the stage in Comic-Con. You know, I'm here. You know, I'm back. Like, I
Because
know
here's
they're
what
filming that one
happens,
right now, but-
man. This always happens. These actors and these actresses have decided. There's certain actors and actresses who just roll with it, and they go, "Yeah, I'm in a Marvel thing. It's fun. It's not Shakespeare. It's not like, you know, my life's not going to be whatever." But you know, they think they're destined for better things. You know, I should be the star of a real movie. This is beneath me. And very quickly they learn, no,
Evans.
dude, this isn't beneath you. This is basically what you're suited for. And, like, either get with the times or don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, you see Chris Evans whining about since like 2014. He was like, you know, I want to be done with Marvel movies. I want to be out of here. I want to start direct. It's like, dude, why? Like, you get paid like 8 figures for every movie. You know, you're adored by everyone. Like, I don't understand. Like, what do these actors think is like there for them once they leave the MCU? Like,
I mean, look at the guys who embrace it. Is you got Patrick Stewart as Professor X. You got Hugh Jackman as well. They love it. Hugh Jackman loves being fucking Wolverine. He's like, dude, this is so cool. Ryan Reynolds loves being Deadpool. He's like, I'm a fucking superhero. This is the greatest fucking thing. I will never not want to stop being Deadpool. I don't understand these actors.
I mean,
I understand not wanting to only do that, you know, that be the one thing for the rest of your life, but that rarely happens. You always have other opportunities. I don't understand why they think if you're a Captain America or anybody else, it's going to prevent you from getting work or whatever else.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first person to really crack Tom Holland has it figured out. He said he'd do, you know, a 10 Spider-Man movie. Why isn't everyone like that? Like, you would not
be
have to
the
pay
character. You are Spider-Man.
Yeah,
congratulations.
If you paid me $100 to do a Spider-Man movie, I would, because the endorsements you'll get, you know, everyone loves you. It's ridiculous. Like,
I was reading recently, one of the actors, Roland says, why is White Vision racist? Well, because where was Black Vision? Let's be clear. It's a racist character. It was not Simon Pegg, Nick, whatever his name is, the other half of those two British guys. Not Nick Nolte, but Nick Kroll, maybe? No, that's wrong. Anyway, they were like, they asked him to be in Star Wars, and he's like, they didn't offer me enough money. I'm like, I don't understand these guys, man. I'm sure they were offering you some sort of paycheck. They weren't going to not, you know, screw you over. And then you're in a Star Wars movie, even if it's one of the bad Star Wars movies. I mean, people are going to be watching the Star Wars movies for the next 100 years. I can't understand not wanting to be a part of that.
I don't really care how far, like, Star Wars. I mean, the sequel trilogy's been terrible, but I'd still, if they want to make another trilogy, sign me up. I'll play the lead. I don't give a shit. Like,
yeah, and I'll keep watching. I mean, I guess at a certain point, I'm gonna stop wanting to watch all the. I'm not gonna watch all the Star Wars side projects. I still have not watched any of the cartoons or anything.
Vito, we need a cinematic failure video for all.
Oh God, all of them. Do. I started writing one for Force Awakens, but I got to put it on hold because I can't make another Star Wars video right away. People are gonna.
Where's our? Start the early script for why Andor is a cinematic failure.
Why Andor? Cassian Andor, the greatest Star Wars character, is Cassian Andor. Everyone loves. Yeah, I started writing Force Awakens a cinematic failure, and then I went, you know what? I'm putting this one on hold. Piscondo, I don't hate your comments. Hold on, I missed. It says I had no events to display because my thing is broken. What super chats did I miss? Hold on, Piscondo. Zero cool. Zito's my sunshine. Piscondo wants a cookie. I still have not set up my drops. Sorry, Piscondo. Yeah, at some point we might do Force Awakens a cinematic failure. I think right now I'm debating what my next video is going to be. I have a couple ideas. Actually, I know what my very next video is going to be, but it's not going to be a video essay necessarily. My video will be, and I am announcing it here today. This is the first time this is being announced. Very exciting news for everyone. My next video will be why the let me restart. The video will be titled the scientific reason why In-N-Out fries are the worst fries in America. There it is.
I saw that tweet today.
It will be. You did see that tweet? I will be digging into the food science reasons as to why In-N-Out fries have been declared the worst fries in America by outlets such as the LA Times and others. And they aren't wrong. The fries are terrible at In-N-Out, and there is a scientific reason why, and I will explain it. And nobody spoil it. Some of you out there, some of you French fry connoisseurs, you might right now be going, "Oh, I know why those fries are bad." Save it. We're gonna shock the nation with what we uncover about the In-N-Out fries. People are gonna be blown away when we reveal this. Are you excited, caller? Danny.
And I live. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I lost you for a second. Have you ever had In-N-Out French fries?
I live on the East Coast, but I went to Los Angeles 3 years ago, and of course I hit In-N-Out because that's what they say. I was not about. I like the shake. I even thought the burgers were overrated.
The shake is good. The burger is pretty good. Honestly, I'm gonna say this, and this might be controversial. I think Wendy's has a better burger than In-N-Out.
Wendy's.
I think a Wendy's burger. Do you like a Wendy's burger?
I'm not much for Wendy's. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, come on! The fresh, never frozen beef. Are you insane?
Man,
How often is the beef frozen at Wendy's? Is the question I have for you right now.
I don't know. I don't go.
How often, motherfucker? How often do they freeze the beef at Wendy's? Do you know?
You're gonna have to get another.
Here's the answer. Here's the answer, cocksucker. Never. Fresh, never frozen beef. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, sir.
You plug in paid ads on your shows now?
No, I just like that Wendy's, man. I think it's a good burger. It's a solid fucking cheeseburger, baby.
I might get some Wendy's tomorrow and I'll tweet at you. Maybe.
You know who used to have the best burger though, and their quality I don't know what happened. It went from probably top 3 burgers, if not top 1 burger, down to will not get their burgers anymore. I'm gonna say it right now. This is real with realness on the mic. I'm gonna say it. Carl's Jr. is trash. Carl's Jr. Hardee's is trash. Do you deny? Do you like a Carl's Jr. burger?
I haven't been there also in a while, but I've never had any issues. No.
5 years ago, I would have told you Carl's Jr. is the best fast food burger. Now, I don't know if this is just a Los Angeles or California phenomenon, but the quality of the burger has plummeted to nothing. It is a trash burger. It is an expensive. They want a burger that used to be $4, $5. They now want $8, $9 for the same burger, and it's trash. It's trash.
I mean, what's your go-to then? You can't don't say Wendy's.
I mean, if I want if I want a good hamburger, yeah, it's gonna be Wendy's.
Oh, man.
If I want a quick burger, I'll go to McDonald's. Other than that, who else? I mean, Five Guys is probably a little more premium, but it's hard to get to Five Guys out here. I'm willing to say that the Five Guys burger is better than the Wendy's burger, but it is more inaccessible. It is harder to get Five Guys. I would not consider a fast food burger. That's reaching the level of a premium burger. Is a Five Guys burger.
Maybe it's $8 at Five Guys at least?
Yeah.
That's if you want a small burger.
A Five Guys, that's the Habit, Whataburger. Actually, I've never had Whataburger, but I assume it's one of the premium burgers. The Habit, that's a premium burger. That's a different thing. A fast food burger, I need to be able to roll my car through, order at the window, it's ready to go. Nobody's back there lovingly assembling. No, they shove it. That's a fast food burger.
So you think Whataburger's premium? Is that what you're saying? Because
I haven't had. I've never had Whataburger, but my understanding. Do they have a drive-through?
I don't.
My understanding was that Whataburger and Steak and Shake are both also in the slight premium burger.
I visited my sister in Texas once. I did go to Whataburger. I've been there twice. I thought it was good. I don't remember if they had a drive-through, but it wasn't special to me. I wouldn't put it on the tier of premium.
Okay, not premium, but you would say Five Guys is a premium burger.
Yeah, I'd say that. I mean, Five Guys. I I never leave there not wheezing. Like I try to limit
It's a
that.
big.
To,
It's
like,
a big burger.
a couple times a year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hell of a burger. It's just it's a lot. Like
How do you get your Five Guys burger? Because that's one of the excitements is that they do allow you to have a bit of control, which I appreciate.
I never really like.
Do you get mushrooms on? Do you get mushrooms?
No mushrooms. Hate mushrooms.
Okay. Do you get bacon?
I usually get bacon cheeseburger.
You spring for the bacon, so you go big.
Yeah, I'm more interested in the
bacon's a premium topping. They're gonna charge you for the bacon.
Yeah, no, it's like it usually ends up being like $10. I mean,
yeah.
What do you shaking
now? Here's the real question though. What do you do for spread? Because you got your mayo, you got your ketchup, you got your mustard. Do you do a combination?
Honestly,
are you a strict?
I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I do like sometimes barbecue is not bad. Sometimes.
That is a hot take. That is a very hot take.
Is it though? Have you tried it? Can you say you've tried it?
Oh, I've had barbecue sauce on a burger, but I'm going to tell you what that burger was. It was the Burger King Rodeo Cheeseburger. Now, if you put onion rings on my burger, okay, I'm down for some barbecue sauce. But barbecue sauce without the onion ring, I don't know. Something about it doesn't work for me. The only time I allow barbecue sauce on my burger is if it is accompanied by a fried onion ring. Someone in the chat is saying buffalo sauce, and that man should be dragged into the street and shot. No, sir. And anybody who says ranch is no friend of mine. Ranch is a trash sauce for trash people. I do not touch that ranch. I don't even know what ranch is.
You don't
ranch
get ranch
sauce.
And celery, Buffalo Wild Wings?
No. Blue cheese. Blue cheese.
No.
Blue cheese, sir.
Ranch.
Oh, all right, caller. You're done. Danny.
All right.
You're done. Ranch. What is the quality of tonight's caller? Because I'm going to tell you what the quality is. Talking about barbecue sauce on a burger. Talking about ranch on his chicken wing. Get out of my house. Listen, I appreciate your support on the channel, but I can't allow that kind of blasphemy in here. It's not okay, and we do not endorse that here on the Vito Show. Ranch. The only thing I know about ranch is that the primary ingredient is soybean oil. So, let's put it this way. You like ranch? You're the ultimate soy boy. Choke on that. Think about that for a second. I'm pretty sure I'm going to look it up right now. Ranch ingredients. Ranch. Ranch is a place. It's not a flavor. I guess some ranch uses mayonnaise. I could have swore that the stuff you get in the store is always soybean oil. Here you go. Inside the label, ranch dressing. Is this the Hidden Valley? Is it the Hidden Valley? Hold on. Understanding labels, Hidden Valley, dressing ingredients. No. I want to see the actual label. Show me the label. Let's go. Right here. Ranch dressing, Hidden Valley. #1 ingredient. Vegetable oil. Either soybean or canola. So all you soy boys up in my business talking about, gotta get my ranch. Gotta get my ranch on. Time to ranch it up. Nope. No, sir. Not allowed. Not okay. Do not want. Ranch is for garbage, boys. Let's talk to Pac Fan. Pac Fan. How you doing?
Vito.
What's up, buddy?
Man, you sure ripped that last guy a new one. I'll say that much.
I mean, he started off. He almost had some good points, but quickly, second you start defending a ranch up in this. Come on. What are we even talking about here?
But we're here to talk Marvel, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, we can talk about whatever's on your mind. Marvel is one of the potential topics. Let me know. Whatever you want to talk about, buddy.
The thing is, I mean, you're the Star Wars guy. You're not the Marvel guy, so I'm
interested. I could be the Marvel guy. I could be. I don't want to be the Star Wars.
Are you?
I've made some stuff about DC Comics. I talked about DC Comics.
Well, I feel like, okay, I don't blame you for not being the Marvel guy, because not only is everyone the Marvel guy, but, like, I feel like it's hard to have, at least, so far, to have, like, a super, like, hot take on, like, they're good movies. Like,
what can you say? They're all pretty solid. I mean, the only thing anybody ever gets mad about is when there's a lady and they go, "Oh, Captain Marvel." I'm like, who cares? It's probably just, I haven't even seen Captain Marvel. It's boring. I tried to
mean,
watch it. I was like, I don't
it's
care.
Captain Marvel. I think
Yeah.
it's Brie Larson saying that men can't watch A Wrinkle in Time or white
Yeah.
men. I thought.
And you thought,
I
but
don't know
here's
about
the thing about that. That should have been one news cycle. I can't believe we're still talking about that.
I mean, we're not still talking about it, but I'm.
Oh,
thinking,
some
like,
people are
I
still
think-
talking about it. Some people the quartering motherfucker who the quartering. I love fighting with the quartering. It's hilarious. He will not shut up about fucking Brie Larson. Him and Geeks and Gamers. Who cares?
All right.
She said it like 2 years ago at this point.
No, I don't care. I'm just talking about it like.
Oh no! I'm not blaming you.
Like,
I'm just
yeah,
calling
I
out other YouTubers because I want to fight. I'm gonna fight
like,
Geeks
I
and
genuinely
Gamers.
believe
Yeah.
that if Captain Marvel was played by someone else, there wouldn't be as much like controversy. If you
Oh,
wanna call it
yeah,
that.
for sure. She brought it upon herself by saying some dumb stuff, so now she's the ultimate emblem of woke SJWs in Hollywood. I just think at a
And it's
certain
also-
point, I get it. You don't like her. What else can you say about her?
Well,
It's not-
I think
yeah.
it also has to do with the fact that like she's the most powerful character, and and I'm not saying like, okay, fine, if you really like say what's on your mind. I'm not saying like suppress free speech, but like I think when you're like supposed to be one of the new like main characters and most powerful characters, I think you should try to be like likable, if that makes sense. Like
Brie Larson
don't
is
feel-
bad at PR, and that's a fine opinion to have. I think that makes
like
sense.
yeah, look at like Paul Rudd or Mark Ruffalo. Like everyone loves them. Like even-
Yeah, Paul Rudd doesn't really. Well, here's the thing, though. But, Brie Larson would tell you. Sorry, we had a connection dip. Test 1. Let me know when you can hear me again.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Yeah, sorry, I dipped out there. Brie Larson would probably say, well, that's because Paul Rudd is a coward. He isn't speaking truth to power. Some people in Hollywood can manage to be what you would call non-political. They don't let their politics, whatever, interfere with the job. And I understand that some people, they go, well, I have free speech and I should have the right to whatever. Okay, fine. Some people want to come out. And actually, you know what? Even Mark Ruffalo does occasionally ruffle feathers. Mark Ruffalo has said some, social justice type things that some people
But
are offended
he's still,
by,
like,
not
likable,
myself
That
necessarily.
doesn't piss people off. You know
He
what
is
I mean?
likable. He doesn't. Here's how to get your opinions across, and I think Mark Ruffalo is a great example of a guy. Mark Ruffalo is a guy who doesn't come over to your house and go, "Hey, motherfucker, how come you don't care about these dying kids in the jungle or whatever else?" Make you feel like you're the problem. Mark Ruffalo is a guy who goes, "I care very deeply about these issues, and I would like to see them solved. And if you don't agree with me, I hope that maybe I can convince you otherwise." And
Yeah,
you can't hate a guy who talks like that, right?
yeah. I mean, it's very when Brie Larson is like, "You're the problem." Like, fuck you. Like, it's just like,
Yeah.
whoa. Like, it's like, okay.
Listen here, white male journalists. This
Yeah,
movie is not for you. Well, isn't it a mass market Disney film intended for all audiences? No.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
specifically for young black females. Oh, so should I not go see it? Well, no, you should go see it because it's empowering. Well, you said it's not for me. I don't. Yeah, that was a very dumb thing to say by a lady who's not all that smart, who definitely thinks she's a lot smarter than she is. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But that being said, one dumb lady, I don't need 50,000 YouTube videos about one dumb lady. At a certain point, I get it. I'm done with it. What
Yeah.
is left to be
I mean,
said?
I didn't really mean to go into the politics.
No, it's
here.
fine. It's fine.
But
I
I guess-
enjoy
okay,
the
so, like,
topic.
We know what Star Wars is. All right, it's like it's bad right now, but I think, I mean, now that the MCU is starting to pick back up, and we're, I think after Endgame, a lot of people are like, all right, like now what the fuck are we gonna do? Like we're never gonna top that. So like, should we even care? So like, how do you feel kind of like after WandaVision, going into the Falcon and Winter Soldier? Like, do you think the Marvel's here to stay? Because I've heard you say like, oh, it was a once in a generation type thing. Like, what kind of like taste? Not necessarily what did you think of WandaVision, but like, what kind of taste just about the MCU in general did that leave?
Well, here's what should happen with Marvel if they were smart, is you treat it like Star Wars. The original Star Wars, the original George Lucas Star Wars, and you go, I'm not making another Star Wars movie for 30 years. Or whatever, however long it was. I forget, when was the last Star Wars movie? When was Return of the Jedi? I'm going to look it up. Actually, I can look it up on my. Was it 1980, or is that your guess?
Sure.
I actually have them all on my computer labeled by. I sort my movies by year for some reason. Let's take a look here. Return of the Jedi was 83. Phantom Menace was 99. So not as drastic a difference as you might think, but still pretty drastic. That's a 16-year time gap between the original Star Wars movies and the prequels. Yeah. And you know what that did? That built this fucking fever, man. This built that mythos. Where when they said, I'm making another Star Wars movie, everybody's fucking dick exploded in their pants. And they went, Mother God fucking Christ. Sorry to swear, but that was the actual reaction that came. You would hear people, when they announced it, people were walking down the street going, cock, shit, motherfucker, piss. I cannot shit fucking cock believe that there is another piss fuck ass Christ fuck shit fucking Star Wars movie. People, that's what everyone was saying. You couldn't get through it. Nobody could have a regular conversation. If they were smart, now, they're not going to wait. They're not going to wait. What do you call it? They're not going to wait 19 years or whatever it is I said. But, how many years has it been since Endgame? 1 year? 2 years?
People already losing their minds about it.
Well, good. They're building the hype. They're doing the right thing.
Okay, but I think, like, you make a good point, but also that was a much, like, different era of movies. Like, even if Marvel just said, like, fuck it, we're done. 5 years, no movies. Like, DC and Sony are just going to be like, okay, like, go ahead. And people are going to go see, like, I feel like it's, like, a much different, like, I guess you could call it, like, a market for, like, fucking superhero movies, bro. People just go nuts over this shit. Like,
here's what's going to happen is...
And it's Disney, so it's just never going to happen anyway.
First of all, we know it's an oversaturation and people are tired of it. The only thing... What they have to do now... If you just keep making the same whatever the hell movies, get out of my castle, you cocksucker. If you just keep making like standard superhero movies, which to be fair, pretty much all those initial Marvel movies were the exact same movie made over and over again. Guy meets a girl, falls in love, he's a superhero, whatever the fuck. All right, you got to do new stuff. So Doctor Strange is maybe going to be like a horror thing. WandaVision was a bit experimental. I think a great thing to look at is Joker. Right? Joker's like a whole different thing. It's barely even a You can't even call it a superhero movie.
No, it's not a superhero movie.
Right, which is... That's the model. Is the only way you're going to make this thing work is if you break the mold and you go, yeah, it's a superhero movie, but not really. Nah, it's a little different. And then maybe at a certain point we can get back to telling the exact same origin story, whatever the fuck bullshit. I think that this new Batman movie, this Matt Reeves Batman...
I think it's sick, bro.
You think it looks sick? I think it's gonna fail.
I
don't think he's gonna do anything new with the character. It's gonna be the same shit we've seen before. It's gonna be little baby Bruce going, my mommy and my daddy got killed, and now I'm mad. How are you gonna top Dark Knight? How are you gonna top Dark Knight? You can't.
You can't. But here's the thing. Well, it's funny you say that because there's already people like, oh my god, is this better than the Dark Knight? Like, no,
oh
fuck
my
no.
god.
But we're coming off the Zack Snyder Batman, so like this is almost guaranteed to be an upgrade. So we haven't had a good Batman in like over a decade. So I think if this movie is like even on.
Oh, my internet sucks balls. Go ahead. Sorry.
DC has just failed so fucking miserably the last, I don't know, since the Dark Knight. You know.
Yeah, DC sucks. Here's something about the DC is. DC has a big problem where Batman does not fit in the DC universe. He just doesn't. Batman is so unlike all these motherfuckers with powers and whatever the fuck else that he's like basically his own universe. And anytime
it does take me out of the movie.
Yeah, anytime that Batman and Superman, I mean, it almost works in the comics because it's like, okay, whatever. But in these movies where it's like, yeah, what do you do? I don't know, I'm rich and I fight like crime guys, and Superman's like, oh, cool, I'm like immortal. I can fly. It's like, okay, well, why are these two working together at all? They're in completely different fucking spectrums of life. This is nonsense. Maybe Batman's a good tactician or whatever. It doesn't. It's weird. Marvel, it works because everybody kind of fits together well. No one's overpowered. No one just, some heroes are a little more powerful than other guys. But everybody kind of fits together well, and you almost well, what can Wolverine do? He's not like a mutant or what. He goes, well, I don't know, he can survive real good. He's a good fighter. Spider-Man is not that powerful, but he can swing around. He can punch some guys. With DC, you end up fighting gods all the time. And it's just, even Thanos did not have magic powers. He was just a guy, right? He was just a really strong guy.
He was just a unit, bro.
Yeah, he was just a dude who you could punch him in the face if you wanted to, and if you found a way to punch him in the face hard enough, it would count. But then you come to a guy like I don't know, Darkseid or whatever else, and don't they have like crazy magic powers and all sorts of nonsense?
Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Steppenwolf.
Yeah, honestly, I might even make the argument that DC is kind of similar to Star Wars, where it's like they have no patience. You watch the movie and you're like, who planned this? Like, who thought this was a good idea to just pump this out? Like, Zack Snyder, in my opinion, is a shitty director, because all of the apologists of, BVS and even the first Justice League and Watchmen, they're like, oh, we've got to watch the extended cut. And I'm like, motherfucker, like, if you need, like, they're like, oh, just watch the 4-hour version. It's good. Like, no, this fucker knows his movie has to be like 2.5 hours max. Like, I hate how his fans are like, oh, well, if you watch the 4-hour version, like, no, part of being a good director is being able to tell your story. And
yeah. Zack Snyder fans
the weirdest
are
fan base out there.
Some of the
so weird.
dumbest people I have ever encountered in my. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it. I have encountered, because I talked about how bad his movies are. I made a little video about it. Now I've talked about Star Wars, right? I've made fun of Star Wars, and never once have an angry Star Wars fan come at me like, oh my, Vito is ruining Star Wars, whatever. Nothing on the level. The DC fucking fans, I had like little weird kids in their basements who have like, 10 subscribers making videos like, I'm gonna fucking, this Vito Gesualdi guy is trash. He does not understand Zack Snyder's vision. And he's like holding up a Batman action figure and like he's red in the face. And I'm like, these people are fucking insane. The DC fan, the Zack Snyder fan base is literally made up of dudes who, like, their entire identities are wrapped up in Batman. All their fucking Twitter handles are like Tom999 the Snyder Cut, like, is part of their fucking Twitter handle, because it's their religion. They're psychopaths. And this movie, this Justice League 4-hour cut, it's gonna suck balls. It's going to be a shitty. I would put $100 down right now that movie will at best get like a 70 on Rotten Tomatoes at best. It's going to get a 65. It's going to get a 60. It's going to get a 50. It's going to be overwrought, stupid garbage trash. Okay, and it doesn't matter that you gave Zack Snyder more money to make a couple more scenes where the Joker looks like Jesus and Batman. It's going to suck. Now, I'm excited to see how much it sucks, but if you have deluded yourself into thinking there's any way to save that fucking Justice League movie, you're insane.
No, there's no way. And the weirdest thing about the Zack Snyder fan base, like,
Roland
really
wants to bet me. Roland, we'll come up with the terms of the bet. We got to figure out exactly the over/under on the Metacritic score. I'll put 100. I'll put 50. I'll put 50 down. Over/under. Let's say I think it's going to score under a 70, which is a bad review for a movie. Right? Under a 70 is bad, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, $50 says it gets under a 70 on RottenTomatoes.com. If you want to take that bet, send me a message. Think about it. Go ahead, caller. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say the weirdest thing about the Snyder fan base is, like, where the fuck did it come from? Like, what has he given them that was just so good? Like, first off, I would assume, like, the origin of a Snyder fan is like, I'm a DC fan, and
dude, I can tell you exactly where it comes from. I mean, you're hitting the nail on the head. These are guys who love DC Comics, right?
Okay, but wait,
first
stop you right there.
Go ahead.
Why wouldn't they hate him then? Because the absolute disservice he has done to Superman and Batman is insane. Like, I'm not like some comic expert, but I can tell, like, just from watching this movie, like, why the fuck is Superman just like this emotionless, like, piece of shit? And then there's Batman, who's just fucking like a bloodthirsty maniac. And it's like, I know this isn't what the characters are supposed to be. They're not likable. They're not relatable.
I'll lay it out.
So
Let me lay it out.
Do that.
Here's the deal.
Characters, I'd be pissed.
They don't care. Because here's how it goes. Marvel got the ball rolling. First of all, DC fans, or some fans, engage in this tribalism, this stupid tribalism. You should never join a tribe unless it's meaningful. And if you're one of these guys who's like, Sony's better than Xbox, DC's better than Marvel, if you're taking sides on this stupid media war, congratulations, you've fallen for the marketing plan. You've fallen. Some marketing executive right now is rubbing his hands together that he got you to buy into this idiotic tribalism, Coke versus Pepsi, Marvel versus DC. You don't have to like one or the other. They're two different things. It does not matter. Okay, but there are these guys who've gotten involved in this tribalism. They go, I'm a DC guy. DC's the good stuff. Marvel's garbage. Now, at first, they were able to point to Dark Knight, and they were able to go, see, DC makes the good movies. You guys just get those stupid Spider-Man movies, but DC, we make real stuff. Everybody loves Dark Knight. Then the Marvel movies start coming out. And these guys, these tribes, the tribesmen, they go, whoa, why is everybody saying these Marvel movies are so great? These movies aren't that good. They're not the Dark Knight. They're not as good as the Dark Knight. They're getting mad. They're getting mad because they have this stupid tribal thing in their head where their thing is better than the other thing, and everybody likes the other thing is stupid. So then they hear Zack Snyder's going to save the whole thing. Hold on one second. Hey, what's up? Is this important? Okay, I'll call you later. I'm on a stream. She called me twice. I don't know what's up. If I hang up on you once, doesn't mean I don't want to talk to you. Which I do want to talk to you, I just don't want to talk to you in the middle of a stream. What do you call it? What was I going to say? So yeah, they got in this thing. They got in their head. Zack Snyder's going to say, they're going to show everybody that DC is better than Marvel. People are going to look at these Marvel movies, this Iron Man, this Captain America, and they're going to laugh that they ever thought they were good because they're going to see what trash they are. And we, the DC fans, were always right. And then fucking Man of Steel comes out and it kind of sucks. And they're like, well, no, it doesn't suck. You guys just don't get it. You guys just don't get it. It's deep. It's dark. It's got more going on, okay? And then Batman vs. Superman comes out and it's just a fucking trash fire. And at this point, these guys are so fucking up in their heads, have to convince themselves that Zack Snyder is going to save the world. They're in denial. They're in denial because they're tribesmen. They refuse to accept that it doesn't matter. You don't have to like every DC movie just because you're a DC guy. It is not important. So yeah, you got guys who have made their again, it's their tribal identity. It's in their fucking name. On Twitter, they've made their name John # the Snyder Cut. That's their identity. Their whole identity is wrapped up in a movie universe. And it's sick and it's sad and it's gross. The marketers love it. And it's consumerism at its worst.
Okay, but at one point you were one of the advocates. I remember at the end of one of your videos, you were like, "Release the Snyder Cut." So
I want to see it.
Your mind?
The only reason I want to see the Snyder Cut is if you hire a guy to do a job, if you hire a director to make a movie, you let him make the movie. That's it. That's the rule. You don't go to a creator and go, "We focus tested it, and we don't like this part, so we want you to take this out. We want you to make it more like Deadpool." No, that's disgusting. You hire a guy to do a job. Okay, he's a creator, he has a vision, and you let him execute the vision. Now, do I think Zack Snyder's vision is probably trash and the movie's going to suck? Yes, but it's going to be a more honest and whatever. I want an honest... When I see a movie, I want to know that a guy made it. I want to see what Zack Snyder wanted me to see. I don't want to see what a Marvel or a DC executive thought I would like better than Zack Snyder's original vision. And I'm willing to give Zack Snyder the I can't even talk shit about... How can I talk shit about Justice League when it's not his movie? Now, I can talk shit about whatever this abortion of a movie is with Joss Whedon and whatever else, but I almost can't even say Zack Snyder screwed up Justice League because it's not his movie. They didn't let him finish it. It's a weird... Yeah, go ahead.
I just think it's weird that he pumps out Man of Steel, which is okay, I guess. It's not horrible. Batman vs. Superman, just an abortion of a movie.
Yes.
And, okay, Justice League, not his fault. But I feel like at this point, he has not proved he can put out something good. So why are they're pumping a lot of money into this. They are spent, I don't know what it was, something ridiculous, millions to give him a chance at a 4-hour movie, which, I mean, the movie, it never should, why does he deserve the chance at a 4-hour movie as a special event? Kind of what I was saying earlier, we're oh my God, his fans are oh my God, yeah, just watch the 4-hour version. That's good. They do that with Watchmen and BVS as well. So it's why are you giving him this chance? He has done nothing good for DC. I just think
Well, to be fair, they're giving him the
gonna be a
chance to fix his movie. I think it's a stupid financial
it's
move.
so much money, man. You know how
It's
many
a lot of
subscriptions
money.
they'd have to get to like cover that? And
Yeah.
it's not like everybody is like dying to see the Snyder Cut. Like I'm sure, like I'll watch it. Like I think it's cool that they're putting it out. But if they didn't, I wouldn't have like lost any sleep over it. Like I think it's a very small, aggressive section of Twitter that we were just talking about that pushed so hard that like.
Well, maybe they ran the numbers. I mean, let's put it this way. Are me and you talking about it right now on a YouTube channel, you know? Or are we discussing it? Yeah. Hey, they got us talking. So
not in a good way, bro.
Not in a good way. No, but there's probably our channels who are talking about it in a good way. And here's the thing, even if we are talking in a bad way, are you gonna watch it?
I'm not gonna pay to watch it.
You're not gonna pay to watch it, but you're gonna watch it, right?
Yeah, and then I'm probably gonna hop into one of your lives and start shitting on it. Like it's not
Sure.
gonna be good. Okay, you know what?
But even though you're not gonna pay for it, there's gonna be a lot of guys like you who want to see it, who aren't maybe as good at torrenting or whatever else, who are gonna pay to see it. So what? Who knows? Maybe this is the greatest marketing gambit of all time: is take something that is controversial, but everybody wants to shed on it. I mean, how can I not go see Zack Snyder's? I have to see it. My life is incomplete without knowing how that horrible saga ends. I have to know. It intrigues me. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And,
all right, brother. Anything else? You want to wrap it up?
Well, I remember you said earlier you want to start some fights. Any YouTubers you want to call out? Is there any Marvel YouTubers who you think suck?
I don't even know any Marvel YouTubers. I can't even think of any.
Do you know the guy, the Cosmonaut Variety Hour?
Yeah. I know that name. Hold on.
Sucks.
Is that Cosmonaut? Is that the guy who has a girlfriend who's crazy? Cosmonaut Variety Hour.
He made like a big video about like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy about why it like kind of sucked. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen his videos pop up. I don't think I've watched any of them. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I hate all these people. Let's put it this way. I am the only good YouTuber, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yes?
All right, man.
All right. Let's talk to Roland. Roland!
Hello, Vito. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, baby. Just rolling on. Rolling on.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Vito, thank you. I would like to thank you for getting me on the show.
Well, thanks for coming by.
Not a problem. Not a problem. The number one thing that I would like to talk to you about is you probably have seen all of the WandaVisions and all the stuff.
Yeah, I've seen all the episodes for sure.
So you know, I have been, you know, like sending, you know, like shit to you and stuff like that, you know, like in the super chat. But what do you think, you know, like, because you have seen the ending of, because when Vision and copy Vision,
yeah,
they had to talk.
Yeah, they talked it out. They had a little talk.
Yeah, so what do you think? Could we expect Vision in the future? Because now we have a full flesh, quote unquote, full-fledged Vision in the world.
Yeah.
But what do you think? What do you think, Vito? Do we have?
I don't know though. Well,
possibility?
yeah. I think there's obviously a possibility. I mean, I think they've kind of left it open-ended. Is like, if we want to bring the Vision back, we can. The question is whether there's two questions: will they and should they? And I don't have the answer to. I definitely don't have the answer to will they. I don't know what they're gonna do. I guess the question for me is should they? And I'm conflicted, and here's why. One, Vision is probably the best. I think Vision has become the only of the Marvel heroes that remain in the universe, because we ain't getting any more Iron Man. Thor, okay, Chris Hemsworth is still around. I'm trying to think who I still like. But Vision has been like the one source of like, man, this is pretty good. This is some good writing. This is a good character. He's interesting. The
He lifted
cyborg.
the hammer.
Yeah, the cyborg who speaks with grace and wisdom about the human race and forces us to examine ourselves from a different angle. That's a great
Android.
character. I mean, you've seen that, you know. I love android characters. Data in Star Trek, and I'm sure there's others I'm forgetting. Always an interesting aspect to a universe.
Oh, Vito, this is a new thing. Do you like Star Trek? I didn't
I
know
do.
that.
Well, I'm not a diehard Star Trek fan. I haven't seen every episode, but I definitely do. You know what I have seen of both the original series and what is it called?
Enterprise.
What's the one with Picard?
Voyager.
Yeah, but what's the show with Picard? The new
Enterprise.
No, it's not called Enterprise. It's called Star Trek. Enterprise is the name of the Star Trek Enterprise. Is it called Star Trek Enterprise? No, it's not.
Yes.
TNG, the new generation, right? Star Trek TNG. What does TNG stand for? Star Trek's the next generation. The next generation.
I'm sorry, but you know, I live in a continent in the. I live in Europe. You know, like they
might have a different name for it there in America. Yeah, it's called Star Trek: The Next Generation. That's the one called Picard. But there is a show just called Star Trek Enterprise, which was another one. That was another show entirely, I believe. I could be wrong. But yeah, I would like to get more into Star Trek. I just haven't had time to watch it. I'm actually watching the original series right now, off and on.
Matt, can I go like off any script? You know, like off WandaVision and everything.
Anything you want to talk about?
Star Trek Picard.
I have not watched Picard because I haven't finished watching Next Generation, so I would not be prepared for it. I heard it's really bad.
It's only good if you love the actor, and I do love do love the actor.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Well, I heard the problem is that well, first of all, I heard they made him an android or some shit, like he's part robot now or something.
At the end of it, yes. And the end of it, he has to choose between like life and death and saving another person. Yes, and they made him an android.
Well, there you go. Somebody in the chat goes, "All right, I'm gone. I'm done."
But okay, so you didn't see Star Trek Picard, but have you seen Star Trek Beyond, the Netflix bullshit series?
Is it a series?
Yeah.
Star Trek Beyond. I thought that was the movie. No.
There's a Netflix series called, I don't know what it's called, but there is a Netflix series called Star Trek, and they're just Star Trek, and they just go away from the normal scheme of like one story per one episode.
Right.
They make one story per one season, which is
so it's a season-long arc. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it good or no?
It's yes and no, and then maybe
it's okay. Yeah.
It's okay. It's not as bad as Picard. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. I'm gonna finish. Did you ever watch the original series with Captain Kirk and all that?
Dude, I watched it in Polish and in German.
All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish that, and after I finish that, maybe I will check out some of the other stuff.
Okay, I do understand that, but my next question was, or my next topic, because you have been talking about, like stormtroopers being blind and not hitting anything. So I would like to thank you for that. Thank you for bringing up that topic.
Oh well, I'm glad you enjoyed it,
dude. I think that The Mandalorian, like you said yourself, is an awesome series, is an awesome show to watch, but like making dumbasses of people that conquered the galaxy, man, that's just stupid. Like,
Yeah.
like you said yourself, at some point, like, oh, like, if B characters are there, oh, I cannot hit any shot. But when the Mandalorian, the A character is here, like, oh, I will kill him. Oh my god.
Yeah, then they're great shots all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's just stupid. Like, Jesus Christ, like you said yourself, like, let somebody die. Even the one guy from the Mandalorian.
Yeah, the one random Mandalorian character. Yeah, well, that was the weird thing about this, because last season, I mean, they killed, what do you call it, Nick Nolte's character. That was a big deal because people kind of like that guy. It's like, oh yeah, that's good. That's writing. It's writing to kill off characters. And then they killed off one of the IG robots, where you don't care as much because they're kind of disposable robots. But you liked having that guy around. You're kind of surprised, like, oh, I kind of liked having that. Well, okay, I guess he's gone. What can you do? Yeah. But then I don't know what happened. They lost their nerve, and now I guess they thought we're gonna give Cara Dune a show. We're gonna give Apollo Creed a show, and then they didn't want to kill anybody anymore, and it's a bad idea.
No, but do you really think that, like, with the shows like Ahsoka and the others coming out, like, I do suppose that, like, there's gonna be, because I do really think that there are people with brain cells in Disney.
Yeah.
That, just accept the fact that, like, okay, the movies didn't work, so let's do something with
let's
the
change
TV
it up here. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you really think that they will do something like that in the TV shows?
I think right now Mandalorian is selling merchandise, so they're not going to change anything. People are buying the action figures. People are buying Baby Yoda merchandise. When it comes down to it, it's like, is it making money? Yes. Well, then don't change anything at all. It does not matter. Will Mandalorian keep making money? I don't know. I don't know if people are going to get tired of the show when they realize nobody ever dies on this show, and there's never any stakes for any of the battles. But it's very possible that most audiences are just stupid and don't care. We'll see. I mean, Disney does not care about... Disney does not want the discerning Star Wars fan. They don't care about any Star Wars fan who wants, like, deep lore or whatever else. They want, the big dumb idiot who goes to the store and buys a Baby Yoda plush doll and is happy. So we'll see. If those guys keep showing up, then no, they're not going to change anything. But if big dumb doofus decides, I don't like watching this show because it's too comical or it's too boring or whatever else, then they'll change it up. So we'll see.
But what do you think? Like, when it comes to because I loved your representation of the last episode of the Mandalorian, because you basically said that you had hope, and
yeah, that it'll get good, that it's coming around.
Yeah, that you had hope, and I'm at the same stage. That I
think that they've recognized that we do want to look. They've recognized, get these hippies out of here who want to show Luke as a sad old man. Okay, there was maybe a kernel of making that work, but at the end you needed to return Luke to, like, full fucking Luke, and they didn't do it, and it was terrible. So you need some guys who understand why Star Wars is interesting, who understand that, yeah, at its heart, Star Wars is fan service. It's got to be. It's a nostalgic thing that's been with us for so long, okay? And none of us are really here to learn that the heroes and villains we grew up with had, used to wear party dresses and kiss each other on the mouth. We don't want surprises necessarily. All we want is more deep discussion. We want more to know more about them, but we don't want you to fundamentally change things about them. We just want to get deeper into their stories, where they came from, how they are the way they are. Don't. You already have a character that everyone loves. Why would you change them into something different? To prove a point about life and society, it's a bad idea. And maybe there's room for that in different things, but I would not use your blockbuster kids franchise as the opportunity for that. So what I see is they show us Luke, and Luke is doing the hero thing, He's doing the wise Jedi thing. It's everything we ever wanted. And I like to think, hey, there's somebody at Lucasfilm who gets it. Whoever wrote that, they got it. They figured out what we want to see and why we want to see it. And we'll see where it goes from there. So I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic, yes.
Okay, so my last question when it comes to my Star Wars question is, would you prefer in the future, to have a quote unquote retcon in having like the Luke from the Mandalorian being played by the guy that did Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I don't care who you get to play him. You could even get a guy who doesn't look anything like him, and I don't care. And I don't even think that guy looks that much like Luke, to be honest. I think if you actually really put them next to each other, they don't look that much alike. But sure, do it.
Okay.
And what I would say is, if you want to really fix the Star Wars universe, you have to retcon The Force Awakens, because The Force Awakens has put so many things into the canon that do not add up. Okay, the most obvious one is that Rey is canonically the last Jedi. So you can either tell us A, that's a lie, or B, Grogu is dead somewhere. Somewhere Grogu failed his Jedi training, or he got massacred by Kylo. That's the only way you can reconcile that situation, and both options are terrible.
Okay.
Saying the movie's The Last Jedi, but not really, is the subtitle of The Last Jedi. Well, that's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You shouldn't have called the movie The Last Jedi to begin with. So, we'll see. We'll see what I think they should retcon it. I don't even think people would be upset. I think at one point I was like, no, they can't retcon it. They put too much into it. At this point, I'm like, no, I think they could do it. And I think it would be good.
Don't you think that they already have done it? Kind of.
Not officially. You got to make it official.
That's the thing. They didn't do it officially.
You can't do it. It's still in the back of my mind. Every Star Wars thing I watch.
Basically, no, Vito. Man, I love you, man, but I have to argue with you on this one.
Yeah.
At this point, when the Mandalorian did the thing with Luke Skywalker, where you and I and every other nerd cried.
I didn't cry. But yeah, okay, it was good.
Happy tears. It was awesome. Okay, I cried like a bitch.
It was cool. I'm trying to remember. Did I get like emotional? I think I was like, they're not gonna do. Once I saw the glove was when I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna do it. I was definitely excited for sure.
No. Basically, because of the movies, the failed trilogy, I didn't think that they are gonna do it. And because of the failed trilogy, I thought they're not gonna do it. Then I saw the glove and the lightsaber, and I was like, no, it's impossible. Then I saw Luke and everything, and basically my thought is that at this point, the people that were making the Mandalorian and that were making the last episode did a bit fuck you to Disney, to the people that made the whole goddamn fucking.
They can't though. How can you? People are signing off on those scripts. To be clear, it's not like they just went off and made the episode without telling anybody. So I don't think they can do a fuck you to anybody. I think everybody there is on board, and they said, why don't we just have Luke Skywalker do something cool? And then Luke Skywalker did something cool, and it worked. I think whenever there's these news articles where people go, and Kathleen Kennedy was so mad. I'm like, Kathleen Kennedy? No, she wasn't. She's happy. She's like, oh, thank God Star Wars is making money. Everybody thinks Kathleen Kennedy has some weird ego and is trying to stop everybody from making stuff. I really don't think that's the truth. I think she's just trying to make money and keep her job. I could be wrong. I could be crazy.
Well, I will not call you wrong. I will not call you crazy. But I'm talking about more important stuff. Star Wars here, and not a woman.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we'll figure it out. You gonna do the bet with me on? You want to do the bet on The Snyder
50
Cut.
bucks.
$50. I say it scores below a 70.
And I wrote that. Do you want the Snyder Cut opening plus China plus everything?
Yeah. You talking about box office, like money?
Okay.
I'm talking about the Metacritic. You know Rotten Tomatoes? Do you know Rotten Tomatoes?
Yes, in Poland we have Rotten Tomatoes. Yes.
I think that on Rotten Tomatoes, it will score from the top critics score. It's going to be the top critics will score it below a 70 on the top critic category.
Critics.
Well, who else? You talking about audience score? No, we're not doing audience score. I'm not doing that.
No.
Tell you what, think about it and get back to me. I'm going to take some more calls, buddy. I love you, Rollin. Think about it. Stone Tomb.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hello.
Okay. Wait, you can hear me? Yes?
Yeah,
Cool.
I can hear you. What's up?
That's good. Okay, first I want to talk about, do you think after the abomination that the Last Jedi was, Ryan Johnson is going to make his trilogy?
Here's the thing. I don't know what deal they had with Ryan Johnson. Because clearly Ryan Johnson went in there and he said, listen, I make this one, you guys got to give me a trilogy. He made a little backdoor deal for himself. I don't know why they said yes. I think he said, I want to make a trilogy, and you guys got to say yes. You say yes, and I think they said, of course. Ryan Johnson, director of Looper. Looper. Of course, because we know you're going to knock it out of the park. And I think now they're like, oh, God. Why did we say yes to that? But I don't know. There might be a contract somewhere that says Ryan Johnson has the option, and if you break it, you got to pay him X number of dollars. It's also the kind of thing where maybe he's thinking, I don't know, give me another bite at the apple. I'll prove everybody wrong. Look, here's the thing. If Ryan Johnson makes another Star Wars movie, I'm not going to say I'm going to automatically hate it. Maybe he'll get it right the second time around. I think that the man has shown that he does not understand what Star Wars fans want. I don't know if he learned a lesson or if he's going to goof it up again. I think from a PR standpoint, yeah, you're going to have a lot of negative press at first. The man who destroyed Star Wars is coming back. He's pulling it out of the grave to shoot it in the head again, like some sort of psychopath. But who knows? Maybe he'll make it work and he'll redeem it. So I'll say this. If Ryan Johnson gets a trilogy, I'll watch it. I'll watch him dig that horse out of the horse grave and put another bullet in the horse's head and see how it goes. And that's the bottom line. You'd watch it, right?
I'll watch it.
Yeah, you'll watch it. So that's all that matters. Is it going to put a butt in the seat and a ticket on the docket? Hell yeah. I want to watch that man murder Star Wars. I think it'd be hilarious. I want him to start it off and go, by the way, Han Solo's a cross-dresser. And I go, oh, God, what is he doing? Han Solo was transgender the whole time. Everybody would go, oh, Ryan, what are you doing? And I'd love it. It'd be hilarious. Let's do it. I don't know. I don't even know if they're going to make another round of Star Wars movies. No, I don't think he's going to be in charge of that. I think they're going to reboot. At some point, they're going to get back to making real Star Wars movies, and Ryan Johnson will not be the one in charge of it. But maybe 10 years down the line, he'll get his own franchise. He's not going to lead the franchise. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, alright. That's all I wanted.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming by, Stone Tomb. All right, that was Stone Tomb. Let's talk to, is Tarzan there? Tarzan?
Yeah, man.
Hey, what's up,
going on,
buddy?
Vito?
How's it going?
Hey, I brought this up in the chat and I saw a couple people agreeing with me, so
All right.
I thought I'd bring it up in here. Oh shit, sorry about that.
It's fine.
So, how do you feel about DC animated movies?
Trying to
TV
remember.
shows, for that matters.
Yeah,
Anything
well,
DC animated.
okay, fair enough. Let's see. Obviously, the classic era of DC animation, which I refer to Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated
Of course,
Series, leading into Justice League Unlimited. All
Further, yes.
fantastic era of animation, I will say. Fantastic. Teen Titans, which I would consider a middle ground between the classic era and the
maybe
developing
you're not young
era.
enough to love Teen Titans as much as I do. That's all right though. What about?
Oh, well, hold on.
Superman
I'm not saying I don't like I like Teen Titans. I don't love Teen Titans, but I like. Now we're talking about the original Teen Titans. Clearly, we now have Young Justice, which is
Young
solid.
Justice is pretty cool. Yeah,
Pretty
that's,
solid.
That's all right. Teen Titans Go can fucking. You know what? I don't know how to talk on your stream. Let's not go there. But
I'm gonna say
let's
this.
just not discuss
I'm gonna
Teen
say
Titans
this,
Go.
and you're gonna hate me for it. I think Teen Titans Go is pretty funny.
You know, man. What are you doing to me, man?
I see that some of those Teen Titans Go jokes, man. I'm like, I don't know, man. This is pretty
Okay,
good.
you know what?
This
I
is
did
pretty
see
goofy.
a gif of fucking Cyborg beating his meat, like he had a bowl of meat and he was fucking punching it while Raven was dancing on the table. That was funny as hell.
There was one episode I saw part of it where he's like, we got to take this guard out. Someone's got to take this guard out. And Beast Boy's like, I'll take him out. I'll take him out. And he goes up to the guard and he's like, hey baby, I'm gonna wind you down you real good. And then he takes him out on a date and he sings a song called Shrimp and Prime Rib, all about how he's just gonna buy the guy a shrimp and prime rib dinner. And he's like, and I'm like, this is so good. This is so stupid. I love it.
All right. Fair enough.
I'll take him out. I'm gonna take him out. And he's
right?
like, hey baby, I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna buy you some shrimps and prime rib. And I'm like, oh man, because that's how you get to a girl's heart. You buy her some shrimp and prime rib. That's how you get it.
Fair enough. But you get my point though, right? Like clearly DC's strong suit is this animation thing. Like
I'd say it's animated. Yeah,
on.
its TV shows are good. A lot of the animated movies have been hit or miss, but the TV shows have
Batman
been pretty
Beyond,
solid.
and then all the movie
Love that
associated
Batman.
with that.
I love that
like
Batman
Superman
Beyond.
Doomsday.
Yes. The Batman Beyond movie is a classic. Batman Mask of the Phantasm, fantastic. I'm trying to remember what other ones exist. There's some good ones. There's some bad ones. They've kind of.
So, man,
what do
if
you
I
call
was
it?
in charge of
Go
this
ahead.
whole DC project, I would just
Go animated.
I'd go whole hog into the animation, man.
Here's the problem.
I'd just pour all those fucking resources into animation and be like, look, clearly we cannot fuck with Marvel as far as this live action shit goes. We've tried and tried again, and we keep fucking it up. But on the other hand, if I'm DC, Marvel can't fuck with us as far as animation's concerned.
That's true. Now here's the question: is first of all, have we ever seen, aside from Spider-Man, Enter the Spider-Verse, has there ever been a big budget like CG superhero movie?
Shit, I forgot about Enter the Spider-Verse. That's a good point. Marvel.
That's like the only, and that was Marvel. So now you're rethinking it. Now you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, you know what? You know what I think then? That was the direction to go, but DC's too late, and they might.
Well, they could take it over because Marvel's not Marvel's hasn't started a whole animated universe. Because hold on, we're gonna check the box office return. Enter the Spider-Verse.
That's what I was getting to. I don't think DC should go with an animated universe. I think they could absolutely kill it with that if they just poured resources into it. Their problem is, I bet you, their marketing team, their Hollywood-ass marketing team, is telling them, nah, man, we got to go for these big-budget, $100 million animated films.
All right, we're gonna compare box office totals right now. All right, Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse, budget $90 million. Box office return, drum roll, $375 million. So, how do I do the math here? Do I divide 375 by 90 to get the multiplier on budget? Made back 4 times its budget, 4.16. Okay, 4 times multiplier. Spider-Man Homecoming, budget $175 million. Box office $880 million.
Holy
880
mother.
But here's the thing, 880 divided by 175. That's a 5 times multiplier. Okay. So it's actually not that desperate. I mean, obviously it's better. Obviously, 880 million they want to make, but making 275 million, a 4 times multiplier off a 90 million movie, it's not too bad. Especially because that movie I don't think was marketed nearly as heavily as Spider-Man: Homecoming. They probably lost 100 million on the marketing campaign for Homecoming alone.
True.
The question is now, we're gonna bring up another one real quick. Here's a movie you may have heard of from 2013, made by Disney. The name of that movie is Frozen. Have you heard of Frozen? Are you aware of this?
Of course, yeah.
Animated movie, right? Budget 150 million. Box office. Here we go. Box office total on a budget of 150 million. 1.28 billion. With
now,
the
is that
B.
ticket sales, or are we including other shit? Like
I assume that. Well, I mean, that says box office.
Okay,
I assume
so
box
yeah,
office
so
is ticket sales.
That's only at the box office. That's not even to
merchandise
say about the dolls and the backpacks and the lunch boxes.
I'm gonna say merchandise. You might have made more than more than twice the box office on the merchandise. Let's get the multiplier here. 1.280 divided by 150 equals. That's incorrect. How do I do this? The 12800 divided by 150. That's an 85. No, is that right? 80. No. Hold on. I can just do it in my head. That's like an 8 times multiplier, right? Yeah, 8. 8.3. That's a multiplier that you like to see. And again, the merchandise alone. So, the question is, Frozen, no. You're never going to match a Frozen. That was a once-in-a-lifetime. Every little girl in America wants to sing a song about being an ice lesbian. Never going to get that. But let's aim a little bit lower. Here's a great example. Here would be where you want to aim. Incredibles 2, right? That's a superhero movie. That's a superhero movie. Budget 200 million, box office 1.2 billion. That is surprising for Incredibles 2.
You know,
that's good money.
I heard people talking a lot of shit about that movie, actually, so I'm not...
It's not the best. It's not as good as the original, but it clears the billion. And all you want to do in Hollywood right now is clear the billion. I don't think Batman vs. Superman cleared the billion. Batman v Superman. I don't think it's still... Dawn of Justice. Box office return, 873 million. Did not clear the billion.
Consider this, though. If you're going whole hog into the animated thing, and you've got like an animated film universe that kind of ties into its like a couple of animated series on TV or something, like, do you need any one of those to clear $1 billion realistically?
I don't know the exact numbers here, but I will say that it is well known that in Hollywood that the goal for Batman vs. Superman was to easily clear the billion. They thought they had it in the bag. Because, what do you call it? I mean, the big thing that happened was the first Avengers movie from 2012. Avengers not only cleared the billion, it made 1.5. And what did DC want? DC said, we have Superman, we have Batman, the two greatest superheroes of all time.
Okay, so I think that's the point you're making here. You think Hollywood's hang-up and the entertainment industry's hang-up is the billion mark. They're not seeing $1 billion out of animation, so they're not wanting to do it.
Well, if they don't think they can clear the billion with the animated. They think it's Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse making what did we say, 400 million?
That says, what about the arts? But for real, man, what about the arts? You can make money. You're still making money, man, and you're making something that's good as opposed to something that's crap.
You make good jokes. You're a classic comedian. The Joker, we're gonna call you. Speaking of Joker, what did Joker make? That was a Joker
cleared the billion. I remember
Joker,
that
I believe,
because I argued with people about that.
Which let's put it this way. Do you know Joker cleared the billion, 1.074 billion. Do you know the budget of Joker?
I don't think it was even 100 million.
For comparison, Batman vs Superman's budget I believe I just saw was more than 300 million. Did not clear the
I hate
billion.
that your PC is faster than mine.
Budget of Batman v Superman 250 between 300 million. Did not clear the billion. Joker budget estimated between 55 and 70 million. For a more than 10 times multiplier at the box office. Easily clears the billion. Todd Phillips, Joaquin Phoenix now have a license to write any fucking movie they want, and God bless them.
Oh yeah, man, that's you give them a 10 times multiplier, you just won yourself a blank check.
You've got
for the rest
the
of your
golden
career.
fucking ticket. Not to mention, Todd Phillips already had a bit of a golden ticket after turning in The Hangover, which 35 million budget grossed half a billion on a budget of 35 mil. Todd Phillips right now is a golden boy. He's got a golden ticket, and God bless his heart. So we will see. The problem, again, I guess, to get back to the original point, Spider-Verse did not come close to the billion. Did not even clear the $500 million. Right now, Sony looks at Spider-Verse as it was fun. We'll do another one for the hell of it, but we're not going to invest in animation. Marvel's looking at it the same way. And again, this is a critically acclaimed movie. Enter the Spider-Verse had full marks across the board. Could not even clear the $500 million. So everybody's looking at that right now, and they go, no, we're not going to do animation. And they won't, because they can't make enough money on it.
I guess my whole point was that, if you're DC, you're probably tired of just getting the hell kicked out of you in the box office and in the reviews and everybody talking about how terrible your movies are and this, that, and the other about the writing, right? At some point, you just get fed up and be like, all right, well, nobody can touch us in animation. So
the only real quick, one last movie we have to bring up. The only thing you're going to see as far as animation, if they're going to do it, it's going to be a kids movie kind of thing. Maybe they would do like an animated Batman kids movie. We can't forget, and I know we've forgotten it. Big Hero 6 is a Marvel franchise. Big Hero 6, budget 165 million, box office 650 million. Not great. It's good, but not great. Solid, not great. All right. Thank you to Tarzan. Thanks for coming by, my friend.
Yep. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Great conversation. Tomorrow's Hero, why don't you bring us home? What's on your mind, Tomorrow's Hero?
I want to talk some more about WandaVision.
Let's do it. What's on your mind about the Wanda?
I think that Disney 100% knew what they were doing with the cliffhangers and the every single little visual hint.
You think they played us for fools?
Vision. Yeah, 100%. They played us for fucking buffoons.
Is that so wrong, though?
No, it's not.
No. Is it good that they, to put it a certain way, subverted our expectations? I'm going to make this argument. You shouldn't have had any expectations to begin with.
Mm-mm.
Anybody who went into that going, oh, I know what they're going to do. It's going to be House of M. It's going to be the Return of the X-Men, whatever else. You know what? Shut the fuck up and watch it. Stop trying to think so hard. Knock it off.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't have to do that to enjoy media. And I think a lot of people tried to think about it too hard.
Yeah, I've seen so many like videos and fucking Instagram posts about how White Vision was Ultron because of how he looked at his left hand at the fucking post-credits scene of episode 8.
I hate these people. I hate these people.
Thing.
Anybody, I'm trying to think if I had any theories while watching WandaVision. And you know what? The only theory I had was I was like, when they're like, oh, it's her, and it's like a bunch of different like TV shows and like sitcoms. I'm like, oh, right, because she was like poor and Russian, and she probably watched those shows with her family before they all died. I get it.
Yeah.
And then that happened. I'm like, yeah. I've watched things before. I see where things are going. I did think. I mean, obviously, when Pietro showed up, I'm like, oh, okay, so that's how they're gonna get the X-Men in here. She's gonna rewrite reality. But then when I found out that wasn't the case, I wasn't like mad. I was like, oh, okay, I guess they'll do it a different way because they're gonna do it at some point. You know, whatever. I can wait. I'm not chomping at the bit to get. I mean, right now, a bunch of dudes were saying to me, they're like, well, now that guy can't play Quicksilver because he's already in the universe as Ralph Boner, and I'm like, I don't think it's. I think they could just write around that. I don't think that's a big deal. Am I crazy?
Yeah. No.
I think you just have Quicksilver.
Really how that works.
I think you just have Quicksilver. If you wanted to bring the X-Men in, you just have Quicksilver show up, do all his Quicksilver stuff. And then at one point, he could be running around, and you could have another guy who looks exactly like him. You could have that Ralph Boner guy, like, sipping a soda, and he's like, looks at him, he's like, hey, that guy kind of looks like me. That's it. You don't got to overthink it so hard. I was arguing with guys today if anybody wants to go watch Andy Signoria's stream that I did with him, and they're like, well, now they've ruined that character, and they can never bring him in again. I'm like, are you guys fucking high? It's a comic book movie. They can do whatever they want. Yeah. Bring it back if they want. They will. They're not going to get rid of that guy as Quicksilver. He's one of the most he's one of the only popular things about that fucking First Class franchise. He's the only thing that like everybody from those X-Men movies goes, well, at least that guy's good. And that chick from Game of Thrones can't act her way out of a box. And God, I didn't even see the most recent one. Did you see Dark Phoenix?
I have not. No, I'm trying to watch all the X-Men movies on Hulu.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've seen the first one and, like, 10 minutes of the second one. And it's just...
I gotta watch Dark Phoenix. The last one I saw was Age of Apocalypse, and that sucked my balls. That was terrible.
I heard that the newer ones kind of suck.
Yeah, I heard Dark Phoenix. What do you call it? I heard they had to reshoot the whole second, like, the whole ending is reshot and whatever else. And also those movies never really, like, maintain any continuity, because, like, in previous movies, she already had the Phoenix, and then in this movie, she meets the Phoenix for the first time, and you're like, bitch, you can't just do that. Like, either decide if she has the Phoenix or not. But I think they're done with Sophie Turner. I think they're done with all that. I think they're going to keep, what's the guy? McAvoy? McAvoy and the other guy are going to be Magneto and whatever, because people like them. They'll probably keep Quicksilver. I think Hugh Jackman's going to come back as Wolverine, because why the fuck not? And I think Hugh Jackman has said he's down to do Wolverine still, right?
I'm pretty sure he has, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to... I don't even know if they would...
Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
You do not like him as Wolverine?
No, I do like him. I do.
Yeah.
I think he's a really good actor, and I think he's a perfect fit for Wolverine.
He is perfect. You know what I actually recently downloaded? You've seen Days of Future Past? Probably the last good X-Men movie. You have not seen it?
I have fully finished the first movie, and I've gotten 10 minutes into the second one.
All right. Well, you'll see. Anyway, I did not even realize that there is a complete alternate cut of Days of Future Past containing an entire storyline with Rogue that was cut from the original theatrical release. I am very excited to finally watch it. I downloaded that because I thought I was going to put clips from it in my new Star Wars video, but I did not end up using that. Even though I talk about Wolverine, I did not use any clips from the movies. So we'll see what's going to happen. But yeah, WandaVision, I don't know, man. I had fun with it. I think people are overthinking it. I think people who thought, like, again, go read comic books, right? You ever, like, pick up a random Hulk comic book, and it's like, this week, you know, Hulk's fighting the I don't know, bird person, and it's just a completely random, disconnected story that doesn't build on, like, the existing Marvel universe in any, you know, meaningful way. It's just kind of like, wouldn't it be cool if Hulk fought a random, you know? And that's basically what WandaVision is. It's a Wanda story. It doesn't need to set up the entire future of the MCU. It doesn't need to introduce all the X-Men. It doesn't need to, you know, it did what it did. What it did was it said, here's where Wanda's at right now. She's a little cranky. She's in a bad mood. She's making it everybody else's problem. And she learns a very important lesson about why you shouldn't do that and you got to manage your grief. And I think a lot of people are overthinking it.
And it was said in an interview a while back that Elizabeth Olsen wanted to do a theatrical version of House of M, which as soon as someone found that clip, they're like, oh, fucking WandaVision's based off House of M, which it kind of is in a certain degree. But in the entire thing, it's not, because in House of M, she tears open the fucking multiverse. And at the end of WandaVision, she's in the fucking mountains reading a book.
I think it was great that they took some elements from House of M. I think trying to do House of M, which, if you honestly think about House of M, it's kind of a misogynist story. It's about a lady who loses her baby, and because she's a woman, she goes absolutely insane and makes it everybody else's problem. Where you're like, ooh, that's a little, okay. I don't know if my strong female character losing her baby needs to turn into a psychopath that rewrites reality. That's a little extreme for postpartum depression. Maybe she can deal with that in a more well, she doesn't lose I forget, she has like illusionary kids and they die. Whatever. It was a little iffy if you tried to make that into a thing. I think, especially because this Scarlet Witch that we have in the MCU does not have that kind of baggage and trauma or whatever else. It would be a little weird if she rewrote all of reality because Vision died. I mean, she centralized it. She kept it in a little town. It was a little thing, a little isolated incident. I think they played it very well. And it's good that she didn't go insane from losing her baby or whatever. I don't know. It would have been too much. It would have been over the top. And I mean, it's set up right now where they can still do if they want to do. It looks like they're setting up some sort of. People are saying she might be in the Doctor Strange movie or something.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good.
There's some very interesting ways they can take it. I mean, I was arguing with people, and they're like, "Oh, well, now she's evil because her eyes were red." I'm like, "Cocksucker, what is her name? The Scarlet fucking Witch. Of course, her eyes are red. She's not a demon now."
Yeah, her fucking little mind control powers are fucking red, and
everything she does is red.
That doesn't really mean.
But she looked evil. She was no, she's not evil now. Okay, she's dealing with some shit, but it doesn't mean all of a sudden that she's gonna be. They're saying she's gonna be the bad guy in Doctor Strange. I'm like, I highly doubt it. She's overcome her trauma. Yeah, she's a little bit of a dark anti-hero type thing now. She's wearing the hoodie. She's looking all sad. But I don't think they're gonna go full Vision with Scarlet Witch. And if they do, it's not going to be because she had red eyes in that one scene. Stupidest thing I ever heard. But yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. Hey, I think they did a good job of WandaVision. It was a perfect example of what to do. I mean, these are TV shows. You can't do that much. You got to tell little, self-contained stories. And anyone who thought that the entire future of the MCU was going to be contained in WandaVision, you got a little ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I think it's stupid to think that the entire beginning of, what are we in, phase 6 now?
Yeah.
It's going to rely on a 9-episode Disney Plus series about a woman who recreates her husband from the power of the Mind Stone, which was in her husband, and it's fucking weird.
Let's be clear. I mean, the show cleared up what's going on with 2 of the Avengers. Vision remains dead. Scarlet Witch is having a little bit of a trouble. Now we're going to find out what's up with the Winter Soldier and the Falcon. Okay. We're going to find out what happened to Captain Marvel. Everybody's going to get a little story. Where are they at? What are they doing after Endgame? How are they hanging out? What are the we'll eventually get our Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Very excited for that. And once we get that all out of the way, we can figure out who the next big bad guy is going to be. I forget. Who's the next Marvel big bad guy that we got to deal with? I'm sure they have a name. Who are the you're going to have to do Galactus, probably.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to see a Galactus.
It has to be, right? Who else could it be? I mean, they have the Fantastic Four rights because they bought Fox.
Mm-hmm. So Doctor Doom is an option.
Doctor Doom is an option.
Fantastic Four.
But he's not. In all honestly, Doctor Doom is not big enough. You're gonna need the big Endgame type threat. Other than Galactus, I mean, your only other options are what one of those giant stupid things, the Eternals, the Immortals. What are they called? Those stupid.
I think they're the Eternals, but I don't
the
remember.
Eternals, the ones that like walk around and cause trouble. They're just like giant stupid gods. But those aren't that interesting. I think they would do Galactus. I think Galactus has to be. Let's see. What people are suggesting. Kang the Conqueror. Sure.
Oh yeah, Kang. Yeah. I forgot he fucking existed.
Skrulls, yes, but there is no central. Is there a central Skrull villain? Skrulls are kind of more of a faction, right?
Well, I mean, you have the guy from.
They're definitely
Captain
doing
Marvel,
something with the Skrulls. Are those the Skrulls or the Kree who show up at the end of WandaVision? Was that the Kree? I think that's the Kree, right? The green face?
Might be. I don't know. Captain Marvel was so fucking minuscule, I forgot about it 20 minutes after I saw the movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, it would be cool. They can't do Spider-Man villains because I was going to say Norman Osborn would be fun, but you can't do that. Probably, and again, he's not big enough.
Like one of the Spider-Man movies.
Well, what I would like them to do, Are you aware of Dark Avengers? Have you ever seen the Dark Avengers?
I recall them,
right,
but I can't say that I fully
Dark
know
Avengers are fucking hilarious, and I wish it had lasted longer. Basically, so they did a thing, what was it called? Secret Invasion, where the Skrulls were taking over and replacing people or whatever else. And at the end of it, Norman Osborn, even though it was like unnecessary, but like, I forget who was about to kill her, the Skrull Queen. Like, I think Wolverine was about to kill her. But then Norman Osborn with a sniper rifle just shoots her on the head. And he becomes the hero. Basically, he's the hero. Everybody goes, my God, Norman Osborn killed the Skrull Queen. Fantastic. And he goes, I'm starting my own Avengers. It's going to be fantastic. Let me see if I can bring this image up here. Is this a full image? I'm going to try and bring this image on the screen. He goes, I am going to be in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D. I believe he becomes in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D. And he starts his own Avengers. And they are fucking hilarious. Hold on one second. Add a new source. I want to get them on the screen here. The Dark Avengers and the normal Avengers have to go underground. I forget exactly why, and they're fighting with the... All right, so the Dark Avengers, ladies and gentlemen, we have Marvel Boy, who is kind of like a Captain Marvel, but he's like younger and he's a dick. You have Sentry, who is like Superman, but insane. And, yeah, just insane, basically. Like, literally mentally damaged. You have Captain Marvel, but it's not really... I forget who that actually was. The problem is that they look like they're the heroes, but they're actually not. Because you have Norman Osborn, who is wearing the Iron Man armor, which he has painted red, white, and blue. Iron Patriot.
Yeah, Iron Patriot. Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. Instead of Thor, you have Ares, God of War. He's their version of Thor. Ares is a psychopath. You have Wolverine, but it's not Wolverine. It's Wolverine's son, Daken. Wolverine's gay son, who's also crazy. You have a guy, he's dressed up like Hawkeye, but who is he? It's actually Bullseye, the horrific assassin who murders the hell out of people. And Spider-Man's there in the black and white suit. Everybody loves Spider-Man. It's actually Venom. And he's having a lot of trouble staying in Spider-Man form. He keeps reverting back to having giant, horrible teeth and, like, trying to eat people. And Norman's like, motherfucker, you're Spider-Man. Stop it. He's like, I can't help it. The symbiote just makes me want to kill people all the time. And he's like, well, you're Spider-Man. You can kill people when you get back to the tower. We'll give you a whole goat to eat. Just right now, you got to look like Spider-Man. So, yeah, the Dark Avengers, hilarious. They will not... I don't know. They could do something like that. It wouldn't be Norman Osborn because Sony still owns Spider-Man. But you could maybe make something happen.
Yeah.
I love the Dark Avengers. All right, man. I'm going to wrap up the show. Thanks for coming by, man. I hope you're you're doing well. My buddy.
Yeah, glad to have you back.
Thanks, Tomorrow Zero. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a Vito show. Quiet show, tiny show, which is the way we like it. I thought it was a good show. Good energy, good fun, good people. Good food, good meat. No, good wine, good meat. Good gravy, let's eat. Because I have not had dinner. I'm going to get some dinner. I want to thank everybody who came by and donated. You're going to be paying for my pizza. Although I'll eat out of the fridge. I'm trying to eat healthy. Kree are the blue guys. Yeah, I thought Skrulls. Do I think MODOK would be good? No. No MODOK. God, what a terrible... Nobody wants to see MODOK. I think that Galactus is the obvious move. I can't... How could you not... They bought Fox. You got to do Fantastic Four at some point. Someone's going to figure it out. And I think you can make Fantastic Four work if you're not an idiot. And I think we're going to build towards Galactus. Mark it down now. Who else? I'm going to look it up real quick. Marvel villains. I can't think of anybody else who's on the level of a Thanos. Like a real Red Skull. We've done it. Loki is a good guy now. Kang the Conqueror. Still too weird. I can't imagine it. Doctor Doom? Maybe. Maybe. They blew their load with Ultron early. I think you could have saved Ultron. Ultron's a good villain. Mephisto, I believe that's more of a Spider-Man thing. MODOK, no. Brainiac, $69 in the money hole. Vito streaming fix. Hey, we're going to have more streams. Last month was terrible. This month is going to be good. This month, I don't hate myself as much. So I'm happy to be here for you, and I might even be doing some game stream. I want to be streaming more. I want to do some streams. I've been away for too long, so thank you for coming by, supporting me. Juggernaut, I want Juggernaut to be the main. Let's do Juggernaut. Beyonder. Oh, do Secret Wars, man. Have all the heroes fight each other. Jean Grey. See, if they had made Phoenix good, you could have done, like, Phoenix as a thing. Who's the ultimate X-Men villain? Because if they own the X-Men... I mean, obviously Magneto, but he can't be, like, the major... They already did Apocalypse. Can't do Apocalypse again. Is anyone bigger than Apocalypse in the X-Men universe? I don't know, man. The more I think about it, it's got to be Galactus. I can't think of anybody else. I really can't. I'm not going to do MODOK. I mean, they'll do... Their Skrulls are going to be a part of it. Maybe they'll invent... I mean, there is like a Skrull King, right? So, I don't know. Maybe they'll just make a big dumb Skrull. Maybe they're going to do the thing with the... Yeah, everybody starts changing the Skrulls. Jean Grey. I don't know. There's a lot of options. I think Galactus is the best option. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Vito Show. Thanks for coming by. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people around you. Go watch WandaVision. Go watch my new Star Wars video, How Disney Ruined Stormtroopers. You're going to love it. You're going to like... you need it. You need it in your life.